All right, I'm back, and I'm on page 164 in your hardcover book. At the top, the first vocabulary word is shelter. A tent can make a good shelter for an explorer. It is a good place to keep warm. Number 2, colony. Some people take trips to study a colony or large group of penguins. It sounds like a colony is a large group of something living. Number 3, constant. Steady or constant rain can make hiking trails slippery and difficult to use. It's constant, it goes on and on. It doesn't stop. Number 4, wilderness. Explorers often travel through wilderness or unsettled areas. Remember the book we read with Laura Ingalls Wilder? A lot of the families in the pioneer days lived out in the wilderness, places that hadn't yet been settled, far away from towns and cities. Lots of animals live in the wilderness. The next page, 165, climate. And we know from science, climate is the weather conditions over a period of time. We might have talked about that in social studies as well. So it's not just the temperature, but it's also the rainfall over a long period of time. Boaters must avoid ice when exploring regions with a very cold climate. So it's cold most of the time, year-round. And then I think we've got that word region, and we talked in social studies. We know that we live in the southeast region of the United States in North Carolina. Number 6, region. This overgrown jungle is in a hot and rainy region or area. Our region in North Carolina has a variety of weather, but we're pretty warm and pretty rainy. That might be part of our climate, warm and humid. Where I came from in Minnesota, we have cool or cold winters and warm summers with rainfall. In Hawaii, it's a tropical region. It's warm to hot all the time, and there's a lot of rainfall. Our next word, unexpected. The view from the top surprised these hikers. It was quite unexpected. When we look at that word, we can take the prefix off, the UN. And you know that expected means you're expecting something. You know it's going to happen. But when we put that prefix un, now that means not expected. Number 8, gliding. Gliding along or flying by wind power is an exciting way to explore. I like to watch birds gliding through the air sometimes. Number 9, overheated. That looks like a compound word, overheat. There's heat, and then overheat must mean like too much heat? Let's read. Smart explorers find shade and drink water when they feel overheated. If you feel too warm, you need to cool off. Number 10, layer. A layer of ice must be several inches thick before it is safe to cross. So layers, you know what layers are because like a chocolate cake has layers and there's frosting in between. Those are some of my favorite layers. But also when we were talking about overheating, explorers in those cold climates will oftentimes layer their clothing. So they might have on some thermal underclothing, and then they'll have on their wool sweaters and socks, and then over that they might have snow pants and a big warm jacket, and they'll take a layer of clothes off as they start to feel overheated. They might remove their jacket so that they don't overheat, and then they would put it back on when they get cool. I'm going to pause here now